The Sheats Goldstein residence, originally designed in 1963 by John Lautner. This home exhibits some of the finest examples of modern architecture, with poured-in-place concrete furniture, frameless glass windows, and a long list of design features that were, and still are, ahead of their time. Some might call the home space agent style or brutalist-inspired, and in many ways the home blends indoors and out. After all, Lautner's early career did include an apprenticeship with Frank Lloyd Wright. But the house is unlike any other, and it's one of the most interesting examples of Lautner's work. And that's especially since Lautner returned to the property over 15 years after it was built, working with current owner James Goldstein to remodel the home and bring the architecture and design to its full potential. Yes, you've seen this house featured in Charlie's Angels, The Big Lebowski, Selling Sunset, and more. And today, we're going to walk through the space like you're there in person. I had the pleasure of touring this home with the loveliest host, Roberta, so come along for the tour with me. The Sheats Goldstein House is a roughly 4,500 square foot angular residence perched among the sloping hills above West Los Angeles, California. It was originally commissioned by Helen and Paul Sheats, who had 5 children, and some of my favorite stories about the design are related to this fact. So we're starting our tour on the east side of the property, outside of the living area that you're likely familiar with from the big screen. From this angle, you can see 2 incredibly interesting design features. First, if you look inside the pool, there are 3 underwater windows. Helen Sheats was an artist, and these windows were included in the design to allow Miss Sheats to watch her children in the pool while she was in her art studio on the lower level. The art studio is now Mr. Goldstein's primary bedroom, but the windows remain and are another unique feature that makes this home special. The other unique feature you can see from this angle is the 750 tiny skylights that are actually drinking glasses that Lautner sourced for this project. The Sheats children reportedly helped place some of the skylights, which were incorporated to illuminate the living area during the day in the same way that sunlight might peek through the leaves in a forest. The living room also has coffered concrete ceilings, a long clear story window, built-in furniture, and a frameless glass wall that actually never used to exist. That's because the original design attempted to separate indoors and out with an air curtain, and that air curtain reportedly didn't work well. These photos were taken in the 80s, after James Goldstein bought the property but before the big remodel. What they appear to show are indeed glass walls, but not the same frameless glass walls that Mr. Goldstein worked with Lautner to install. This earlier photo, though, was also taken by Julia Schulman, except in the 60s when the home was being designed and built, and you can indeed see the original open-air design before it was changed by tenants sometime in between. The living room is one of the first things you see when you enter the home after crossing a footpath that cuts through the indoor-outdoor koi pond that's home to a few turtles too. I'll show you a better view of the koi pond in a few seconds. From the living room vantage point, you can see another great example of how the home blends indoors and out, as vines extend from the concrete ceiling both inside and outside of the frameless glass. The custom-fitted gray carpeting also mimics nature, as the carpets were designed to look like cobblestones and visually blend into the radiant heated concrete floors throughout. As we turn toward the entrance of the home, we'll cross the koi pond I was telling you about and into one of the first bedrooms. This bedroom has a retractable projector and is currently used as sort of a media room. If you look closely on the right, you can see one of the turtles hanging in the koi pond. Apart from the iconic history and architecture of the main residence, this landmark address has some incredible views of the city, spread across acres of tropical vegetation inspired by Goldstein's travels and brought to life by landscape designer Eric Nagelman. The multi-acre property is now also home to a rooftop tennis court and sunny infinity pool on the western side of the lot, connected to Goldstein's legendary private nightclub. But the expanded westernmost portion of the property was originally home to another Lautner-designed residence, the Concannon Warren House, which was eventually replaced by the structure that stands today known as Club James. We'll take a closer peek at all those areas later, but first we're continuing through one of the first bedrooms I showed you, and then into the kitchen and dining areas, which both feature retractable glass skylights that allow for open-air dining under the stars. We're now backing into the open-air hallway that leads to 2 additional bedrooms and another entrance near the carport at the front of the home. Beside the carport area is currently a guest changing area, which I believe was originally used as a small bedroom as well. All of the original bedroom areas have an attached bathroom, and this is the bathroom at the top of the staircase of the bedroom we're currently standing in. There's a sunken tub and a skylight similar to many of the other areas of this home. Mr. Goldstein had a house guest during our visit, so I skipped the view of the bedroom that's currently on your left. And right after that is a second entrance to the first bedroom I showed you, which is currently being used as a media room. Back inside the kitchen and dining room, you can see more of the pebble-like carpet and the poured-in-place concrete furniture that we were talking about earlier. We're heading downstairs now to the lower level, which is originally where you'd find the art studio. This level is now Mr. Goldstein's primary bedroom, and it has some pretty funky features. But before we head inside, let's veer off course to show you one of the lesser traveled paths to Club James. We spent over 4 hours exploring the Goldstein residence, and even then the property is so large I didn't get a chance to go down the path toward the James Turrell art installation. It's titled Above Horizon. If you want to skip past this detour and are only interested in the Lautner designed house, you can jump ahead to about 9 minutes and 45 seconds in as we finish the original tour in the primary bedroom. It's also worth noting that the Lautner designed Concannon house that once sat where we're walking toward was indeed replaced with Lautner's blessing, because reportedly Club James was also slated to be a Lautner designed space, but Lautner sadly passed away before that vision could be realized, and the project was completed with colleagues and associates of Lautner after all. The design features in the primary bedroom speak for themselves, from the retractable floor-to-ceiling glass to the motion-censored hand wash and more, so I'll let you enjoy this room in peace. But my favorite feature is still the underwater windows. Thank you again to Mr. Goldstein and our gracious host Roberta for sharing this iconic home with us. If you enjoyed this video, I would love to hear from you. Your support helps me make more videos like this. So see you next time. Thanks.